Evening, guys, from the YouTubers. I'm Fred. Welcome to the shop. That blows. Hi guys, welcome to the shop. I'm Fred. Tonight's little project is to put a little tachometer or speed monitoring device on my old mill here. I just installed a variable speed drive, but unfortunately it doesn't have an RPM option on it. So we're going to put this little readout that will measure RPM and install this little pickup. So I'll show you the mill I have. It's nothing spectacular, but it does the job, and I'll show you now. So this is my old mill. It's a King. At the time I was looking for one. I couldn't turn it down. The price was right. So I've installed this little SM vector drive here. This is a 2 horsepower unit. So I've installed a new motor and up there a 3-phase motor and my vector drive. I was going to get a phase converter, but it was just out of my price range. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount that little readout above this little control box that I built here. This controls the speed, the hertz on the variable speed drive, which in turn runs the motor. And I've put the start, stop, and reverse buttons on there. So yeah, that's the milling machine. Small, but it does the job. Anyway, so we are going to make a little electrical enclosure out of this 2x2 6061 aluminum. Gonna weld plates on the end there on both sides, and we're gonna mill out a little square to fit the footprint of this little RPM gauge. And on the back we'll do the same thing, cut a little square, give us a little access door, and we'll mount this little plate here, and then that will be in turn mounted on top of the milling machine. So that's the project for tonight. Let me just get set up here and we'll continue. Okay guys, we're back. So I've got a couple parallels put in the vice jaws here, and we're just going to true off the ends here. Just to make sure it's straight before we do any welding on this piece. Flip the piece around. We'll put the piece closer to the vise so it doesn't shatter as much here. Just doing the conventional mill here. Okay, and that's it for this part anyways. I'll get it back on the bench and get the welder set up. Just gonna take the little burrs off these edge plates and then clean them up and get them ready for taking onto the square housing right here. So basically they'll be taken down like that, and like I said, cut out there, and then we'll put a backing plate on there to access the electronics. All right, let's continue. Okay, back to the bench. Okay, we're just going to clean these parts off with a little bit of acetone here. Get all the grease and the oil off. And then we'll clamp her to the table. And get on with the welding of aluminum. Don't get this stuff in your cuts. It burns like a bitch. Matter of fact, you should probably be wearing gloves when you're doing this process of cleaning, but okay, and we'll come back. All right, here we go. Give her a little, give her a tap. I just gotta get something to rest my elbow on. show this again. Something's going on with my foot pedal here. Alright, let's figure this out. Alright, let's continue on here, see if we can get this thing to arc properly. So, okay, here's the partial weld here. Let me just take this here and I'll do the other ones off camera, and then I'll get back once it's all done. Okay guys, okay, she's all welded up now. I'm just going to let her cool down. Then I'm going to get her back in the mill and cut her all straight. And then we'll cut the holes in for the little gauge here. And then we'll mount the pickup, and that'll be it. Alright, be back as soon as it cools off.